So let's discuss some of the signs that God is preparing you for marriage. Yes, marriage is not something you just go in because you feel like going in to marriage or you are desperate. Every other person around you is getting married and you're the only person left. That's the way you are feeling. If you enter into marriage with that kind of mindset, with that kind of feelings, you might make a mistake, right? So marriage is actually a journey and God is preparing you for it. So when you see these signs, just know that God is preparing you for marriage. It is the preparation that is supposed to start preparing on time, you understand, so that you avoid some unnecessary mistake. The first one is when you start having a sense of contentment. Contentment is needed when it comes to marriage. In fact, it's needed in life generally, but you see, when it comes to marriage, you must be contented with what you have as a married person, because life happens most of the times. Things can go up haywire sometimes. So you need contentment to be able to thank God for what you have, to be able to appreciate God for the kind of relationship you have. Most times, if you do not have contentment, it is very difficult for you to even accept for the fact that things are not going well in your relationship, because your eye will always be out there. You are always looking out for other people's relationship. You are always wishing your relationship to be like other people's own. The truth of the matter is, there is no perfect marriage out there. There is nobody that is perfect. Forget what social media is showing you, all right? But there are still good marriages. It is contentment. That is what helps you in time like this. Now, the next step that God is preparing for marriage is that you become self-aware. You become aware of what marriage is all about. A lot of married people do not even know what marriage is all about. And when you don't know what marriage is all about, how do you want to make it work? They feel marriage is all about it should be rosy, it's supposed to be beautiful, everything is supposed to be going on well. No, marriage is sweet, is beautiful, but comes with a lot of ups and downs. So you need to be self-aware of what marriage is. If you know what marriage is, you know that as a man, you should love your wife. It is not negotiable, right? That is what God said. Husband, love your wife, and the wife should submit to the man. It is not, negotiable. Someone that is aware of what marriage really is will not come and start arguing with you why you should not submit to a man, because they know already that this is a principle of marriage. A man should love his wife and the wife submit to the husband. That is how it's supposed to be. That is the sequence on how God made it to be. So if you are aware of marriage, you should know that already. You should not come and be debating online whether you should submit or not, or if there is anything that can make you to submit or not, because it makes no sense, right? Now, the next one is you have the spirit of generosity. You have the spirit of giving. Wow, that is a bomb, because trust me, you cannot be in a relationship where you want to tight your hand. You don't want to bring out money as a man. You don't want to bring out money as a woman. The both of you are all tying your wealth somewhere else. That marriage will crash. Yes, you need to have free hand. You need to be generous. Give your wife money. If you the wife, you have, give your husband also, support him, because you are the helpmate, right? So when you have that sense of generosity, you are someone that don't like giving initially. All of a sudden, you see yourself being open-handed. Is a good sign that God is preparing you for marriage, right? Now, the next sign is that you have improved in your financial status as a man. Yes, I use as a man because in marriage, you, the man, will have a lot of expenses to do. So when you notice that your financial aspect of your life is increasing, your business is flourishing, things are going on well with you, it's time for you to settle down. Don't always wait because your friends are not yet married, then you'll be waiting. It's actually better to marry early, because the reason why a lot of men stay for a longer time before they get married is because they are looking, for money. They are looking for money. That is the only thing that can make a man wait for a very long time before he even commits to any lady. But the truth of the matter is that if you have money, you don't need all the whole money in the world to marry, right? It's not all about how big your wedding is. It's all about how well. It is all about how well your marriage is going. So try as much as you can to make sure you have financial capabilities before you get married. It is very important. So when you notice that God is blessing you, God is expanding your course, it's the right time for you to settle down. Now the next one is that you begin to learn how to become a homemaker. That is for the wife, right? When it comes to homemaker, we call women, because the Bible says a wise woman buildeth her home. So being a homemaker have a lot, like it's very broad. It's very broad because a lot have to come in place for you to become a homemaker. So you need to start learning. You need to start learning. You mustn't wait for you to get married before you learn. You start learning as a young girl so that you'll be able to, gather all the information you need before you get married. Now the next one is the desire to resolve your past hurt. When you notice that all of a sudden you forgiving your past ex, is a sign that God is preparing you for marriage. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't forget someone that have hurt you in the past, if you don't forget that your past ex that have offended you, you will not be able to move on. You will not be able to move on, because when you are holding grudges for someone, you start seeing any other person as that person. Okay, let's say for instance, a guy right now breaks your heart, or a lady breaks your heart. Then you now generalize and say, oh, all guys are scum, all guys are bad, all guys are wicked, men will always be men. No, there are still good guys out there. Men will not always be men, because people are different. And why the only reason why you're thinking that way is because you've not forgiven that person that have hurt you in the past. And because you have not forgiven that person, that is why you still keep saying all men to be scam, all men are wicked, all men are this, all men are that. Because you have not forgiven that guy that have hurt your feelings. So the earlier we know that, the better for you. You have to learn to start forgiving people that have hurt you in the past. That is a sign that you are ready to move on, because once you forgive, you freed yourself as well. Now the next point is a desire to deepen your relationship with God. That is very, very important. I am telling you that you need God in order for your marriage to be successful, because God is the institutor of marriage. God is the one that instituted marriages, and God have the plan on how marriage is supposed to be. And you need to know the owner, you need to know the maker before you be able to be successful in it. So you must have to embrace God. I know that people marry worldly way and all that, but look at their relationship very well. If you look at them, most of them are having difficulties. That doesn't mean that people that believe God are not having difficulty. They are having, but God will always make a way of escape for them. God will always come true for them. But you see, for those ones that don't believe in God, that one, they die here, they can do anything. They can do anything. That's why you see them buying their partners, because you don't know God. If you know God, you should not even beat your wife in the first place, because when you beat her, both of you are one flesh. So if you beat your wife, you are beating yourself. So if you love God, you should not even touch her in the first place. This is why you must know God before you even go into any relationship. So when you notice that as a man, as a woman, you are beginning to, deepen your relationship with God, is a sign that you are being prepared for marriage. Even if you are married right now, you still need God. So if you don't have God, you still have to look for God. Like, you need God, and it's not far. All right, God is always with you. All right, thank you so much, my lovely people. Let me know if this video have been of help to you. Please try to like the video if you've not liked. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn the bell notification on, so anytime I post our videos, you will be notified. And I will see you all on my next one. Thank you so much for watching.